Very pleased now to be joined by the commissioner of the Big Ten, Kevin Warren. We got here. Football Saturday,
right, yeah.
Finally, your first football Saturday as Big Ten commissioner. What are some of the thoughts going through your mind as you anticipate this day?
You know, just excited for our student athletes, their families, the coaches, our athletic directors, our chancellors, our presidents, our senior women administrators, our faculty athletic representatives. There have been so many people who've worked literally around the clock. I mean, you think what our Return to Competition Task Force and all of our medical experts, and even starting with our Emerging Infectious Disease Committee. I mean, all the people who many names will never be known, who have sacrificed from their families, their friends, all to get us prepared for this weekend. And so those are people that I'm happy for.
As you look back on the journey to get to this moment, I mean, there has been so much that you have gone through. It kind of makes your head swim a little bit. I look at this too. I mean, obviously, I know your role and the role that people are viewing you as in this interview as the commissioner. But hey, you're a dad of a student athlete. You're obviously a family man as well. You're a sports fan at your core. You want to watch athletic events. You're an athlete yourself. What's been the most challenging part of going through all of this in each of those different roles?
Yeah, I mean, really is being able to build a culture with our staff. I mean, this pandemic took over our lives 75 days onto the job for me. And so really we had some great energy going in our staff. And I had been able to get out on campuses, and I was really enjoying that, watching 104 out of 350 of our teams play and being on 3 campuses for town hall meetings. And then all of a sudden things came to a screeching halt. We had to close our office down, and just to try to keep people energized and engaged and really focused that it was going to be okay. But you have to do that over Zoom and over video chats and conference calls. So I think that was the most one of the most disappointing parts. And then also to see our student athletes, you know, so disappointed when we postpone, you know, fall sports season. So I'm just happy that now we have a sense of what the season is going to look like. Nothing in 2020 has been normal. It's been an abnormal year. But what it really has done, and I always, Dave, you know that about me, always look for the positivity, the opportunities for growth. You know, I'm a person that loves rainbows. And like I told you before, you never see rainbows before storms. You see them afterwards. So I'm looking forward to the Big Ten rainbow this year, but for us to come together as a conference and provide our young people with an opportunity to play the sports that they love.
There are a couple other things I want to talk to you about that I know are really important to you. Earlier this summer, you launched the Big Ten Equality Coalition.
Yes.
Howard and I are both fortunate enough to be serving on it.
Thank you for that.
It's an unbelievable organization. Give us a sense of what your goals were there and kind of how it's progressing.
Yeah, and they still remain that. I mean, I was, and all these things were planned when I got a chance to become commissioner of the Big Ten, is that this is a platform for not only us in the conference, but you at the Big Ten Network, but our student athletes and coaches, all our administrators, to move the dial in a positive manner in society. And then with the events of earlier this year with Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and, you know, a lot of the things that have gone on in society, we've been able to address these issues. And even I'm so excited about our voter registration initiative. Over 70% of our student athletes are registered to vote. And I think those numbers, it'll be interesting where it ends up and how many of them vote. But we're able to talk about issues in a nonpartisan manner. As I've said, I don't care who you vote for, what political party you're affiliated with. We just want you to be an educated voter. But this Equality Coalition, you know, our motto is, you know, united as one in the Big Ten. And to be able to talk about this, we had a meeting, one of the meetings, and just said, give us one word of what this means to you. And then to see that come together in a word cloud of all the powerful words. And so we just want to make sure that people recognize that who we are in the Big Ten, what we stand for as equality, and we want to have a diverse environment. But, you know, we're all about creating an environment, regardless of your sexual orientation, your race, color, creed, your religious background, your political affiliations, that the Big Ten is a place for our young people to come and to be able to thrive.
You mentioned the United as One campaign. We're seeing the logo back behind us. You see all the words there that I know came from the coalition, that were some of the words that people shared when you said, hey, give me one word. We're also going to see some manifestations of it on the field. We started to see it last night with the uniforms, each team kind of getting together to do what they thought best represented their group. Give us a sense of what that's going to look like and what else we might see here going forward.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see is, some of our schools are going to have some field markings. You'll see some helmet decals. You'll see uniform patches. But the good thing about it, a lot of these decals, patches that you're seeing together were created by student athletes. And we just want to create an environment, again, to allow our student athletes to come together. There is so much talent in the Big Ten. I've said it all along. You've heard me say it in interviews that I wouldn't even be surprised. I'm almost counting on someone in this group of Big Ten athletes will be the president of the United States. I've said it before. And those aren't words. I seriously mean that. But to be able to see and to read some of the letters that our student athletes have written, some of the videos that they have done, some of the projects, and to hear them, you're on those calls. There's not been one time that someone has said something in those meetings that we've heard about on social media, read about, that embarrassed someone else. It's always, qualitative.
Kevin Warren, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much. Congratulations on getting to this point. I know no one is happier to see Big Ten football than you are. Thanks so much, Commissioner.
And Dave, I appreciate you. I really do. And I appreciate this network. And it's an honor to serve everyone here in the Big Ten. And I'm looking forward to not only continued a great season, but a great postseason.
Thanks, my friend. Enjoy the action this weekend.
Thank you very much.